this week a new unit on communities. So we're going to be talking about communities for social studies. Yes, Becca?
Are we gonna do the what I know?
Yes, we always start with the K. What does it say?
What I know.
So the K stands for what you guys know right now before we start talking about communities or before we read our book. So I want to know, what do you guys know about communities? What do you guys think a community is? Amelie?
Sometimes a community is really crowded.
Okay, can you explain a little more? Why do you say they're crowded? Is it a
Well,
lot of people, a little bit?
Like our community is like a big place, so it can it could be where people live, so it can make a lot of people live there.
Okay, so you're saying that a lot of people live there? Okay, then Amelie, spell your name for me. We're gonna
A.
practice.
M
Mhm.
L I E.
Perfect. So you say a community has a lot of people, or you want to say it's a place? Because I know you said a place too.
What?
How do you want to say a community is a place with a lot of people?
Yeah.
Community is a place with a lot of people. And what type of people live in a community, you guys? Let's see. Sarah? What type of people do you see in the community? What type of people do you see here in your community?
I'm gonna see my neighbors at my house.
Ooh. So you see your neighbors?
Yeah.
Do you think there's more people besides neighbors?
People with skin color?
People with different types of skin tones?
Homeless people.
Ooh, I
Play
like
with your
that
friends
one.
or something? Homeless people.
Okay, who was the one that said people that are kind? Was that you, Madeline?
No.
Naomi?
No one said that.
Naomi.
You always say
Okay, remember, let's let our friends think. So Naomi, what do you mean by people that are kind?
So I'm helping the community with money.
Did you guys hear what Naomi just said?
No.
She said that in her community, she sees people raising money for others. Where have you seen that, Naomi?
I've seen that with my neighbors.
With your neighbors? Your neighbors raise money for other people? That's very kind.
And my mom and dad too.
Your parents raise money for others? That's nice. So you said your neighbors and your parents? Can we raise or gather other things besides money, class?
Instruments?
Okay, Calvin, they can raise instruments, that's true. What has our school been doing for the exhibition? Do you guys remember?
I don't think. Raising chocolate to get more money.
Ooh, we are gonna start the chocolate sale. So our school is working on gathering money, huh?
So I can go to the field trip.
So we could go to so we're gonna all work together to
Yeah,
gather
teacher.
money for the field trip. Yes, Nicholas?
You spend homes and you get money from homes.
What do you mean you spend homes?
Like you buy a new home
Uh-huh.
and they give you money.
Who gives you money?
I didn't buy a house yet.
Okay. So what are you trying to say, that people buy homes and then what?
And the person
Uh-huh.
who wants another house and they want to leave their house, give other money to people.
Calvin, make sure you're sitting on your bottom place. So you're saying that people buy homes and then they sell their homes again?
Yeah.
Okay. So how does that turn into a community, Nicolas? What do they
Because
do?
they spend money.
Because they're spending money. So in the community we do spend our money. And by spending money you are helping other businesses, right? In the community. So you're helping that business. Good job, Nicolas. Nicolas, how do we spell your name?
N
Mm-hmm.
L S O L.
Let's start goes after the N? Ni.
I. I-S-O-L.
Okay, remember, let's listen. N, E.
S. Go. C.
What letter makes a K?
C.
C. Ni.
O,
Go.
L. A. S.
Beautiful, Nicolas. So you said we have to spend the money, right? We have to spend our money?
What if people come spend Ow. Like
Let's make sure we're sitting on our bottoms.
Nicola. What? Stop moving the rod.
Nicolas, make sure your hands are on your lap, okay? Okay, thank you. I like that one. This is actually very important because the more we move the money, the more we spend. We're helping the little businesses, right? So then the businesses stay open. So that's a good way of helping. Good job,
Sky
Nicola.
Zone.
Like Sky Zone, that is a business.
I love Sky
And
Zone.
then I like how Noah
To
is
get
sitting.
Target.
Nicolas, remember we have to raise your hand. I like how Noah is sitting and ready to be. Make sure you're sitting on your bottom bucket. Thank you, Noah. What is your answer?
Being nice to neighbors.
Being nice to neighbors. It is important to be nice to our neighbors, right? Because you want to have healthy relationships. You have to be nice so that you get along. Can we be nice to other people besides our neighbors too?
Yes. We can be nice to our whole community.
Yes. And
Clean up our trash. Clean up our trash.
Noah, and who else is in your community besides your neighbors?
My mom and my dad and
Our parents, our grandparents. Who else? Abraham?
Help your parents.
Help your parents. Yes, you could help your parents and other people, right? I heard someone say pick up trash. That's a big one.
I was gonna say that. Also.
What were you gonna say?
We help our community by picking up gas in our neighborhood and other people's.
Yes. A lot of you guys are gonna have the same thought, but it's okay. So
I
Nico
need it
said,
all over again.
Nico, where can we pick up the trash?
In
Like in
our
what places?
neighborhood and on the street and by sidewalks.
Yes. What about at school?
Yeah, it's and by and by stores.
In stores. There's a lot of places. If you guys see trash,
By
you guys should
oceans.
pick it
By
up.
oceans.
The ocean. And let's see, we have time for one more.
I have a good one.
Remember, I'm gonna pick someone that's ready and that's listening quietly, right? Because we all, remember, we wanna share our answers. We need everyone else to be silent, right? Because then I can't hear you guys. So we need to give the same respect, right, that we want. Okay, Olivia.
Helping other people if they need help.
Ooh, helping other people if they need help. Yes, that's something that we should always do, right?
Don't litter.
That goes with also picking your own trash, right? So Olivia, helping others. If you guys can and they're asking for help, you should help. You guys all have really good ideas.
Take care of animals.
Take care of animals. You should be kind to people and animals. Okay, so
Take care of countries.
I know more of you guys want to share answers. We're going to share more, and I'm going to pick different friends when we do our W, okay? When we do what I want to know. Okay, right now we have an interesting book that's going to be talking about, what do you guys think it's going to talk about?
Our community.
Community. Okay, so there's going to be some sound effects, okay?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm going to play it from my phone.
Abraham, can you see right here?
What are sound effects, Molly?
Sound effects are when there are sounds to the thing that you are doing.
Yes. So as I'm reading the book, you guys may hear in the background some sound effects of what I'm reading or describing. Okay? Let's try to keep our thoughts inside, and then we're going to share them after, okay? Can we all do that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make sure we're sitting crisscross or mermaid style. Make sure our hands are on our lap, okay? So I'm going to start. You're going to hear it from my phone, okay? best I've ever had. Who do you guys think that is?
Grandma.
It's Grandma. But who do you guys think that is? What is the book's title? Umu. And what is she making?
She's making soup for dinner.
With that, Umu put down her spoon and went to read a book before supper. As the thick red stew simmered on the stove, its scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall and toward the street around the block until knock. Someone was at the door. When Umu opened it, she saw
A boy.
a little boy. Little boy, Umu exclaimed, what brings you to my home? I was playing with my race car down the hall when I smelled the most delicious smell. The little boy replied, what is it? Thick red stew. Stew, he sighed. That sounds yummy. Umu thought for a moment. She was saving her stew for dinner, but she had made quite a bit. It would not hurt to share. Would you like some? The little boy nodded, and so Umu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Umu, the little boy said, and went on his way. Okay, hold on. Looks like So the next page. With that, Umu closed the door and went back to her book. As she read, her thick red stew scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street and around the block, until the police officer. Mr. Police Officer, Umu explained, what brings you to my home? I was on duty down the street when I smelled the most delicious smell. Miss Police Officer replied, what is that? Thick red stew. Stew, she said, and her mouth watered. That sounds mighty tasty. Umu thought for a moment. There was still enough to share. Would you like some? The police officer nodded. Once again, Umu spooned out some red thick stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Umu, the police officer said, and went on her way. And so, for the second time, Umu closed the door and went back to her book. Sure enough, as she read, her thick red stew, scrumptious scent, wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until knock, knock, knock. Who's at the door now? A hot dog vendor. Mr. Hot Dog Vendor, Umu exclaimed, what brings you to my home? I was selling my hot dogs down the block when I smelled the most delicious smell. Mr. Hot Dog Vendor replied, what is that? Thick red stew. Ooh, stew. The vendor licked his lips. So he went like, yeah,
What?
that sounds quite delightful. Ooh.
And he ate it.
If he's licking his lips, you think
Did
he's
you
excited?
Yes, you missed out the part from behind the burger.
There was another part? No. So Umu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Umu, the hot dog vendor said, and went on his way. Calvin, on your bottom. Throughout the day, people from all across the neighborhood knocked on Umu's door. She fed a shop owner, a cab driver, a doctor, an actor, a lawyer, a dancer, a baker, an artist, a singer, an athlete, a bus driver, a construction worker, even the mayor stopped by. That is a lot of people she fed.
The mayor.
The mayor is the person that takes care, makes a decision for the city. And they try to help. Soon, the sky darkened. The street lights brightened, and it was finally time for dinner. But when Umu opened her big fat pot of thick red stew for her nice evening meal,
Did it appear?
it was
Empty.
empty. You guys think she fed too many people?
Well, no, because it's never bad when you help people instead.
Did you guys hear Amelie? It's never bad, right? When you help people. Let's see what happens. Because she's now out of stew. She's gonna have food for dinner now. Umu sniffled. There goes the best dinner I ever had. Sorry and blue, she sat at the table with her empty pot until knock, 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 knock. Who would that be? Umu wondered. When she opened the door, she saw...
A boy again.
You think it's a little boy? The little boy. The police officer? The hot dog vendors? The shop owner? The cab driver? The doctor? The actor? The lawyer? The dancer? The baker? Why, everyone she fed today was at the door. I'm sorry, everyone, Umu sighed. My thick red stew is all gone. I have nothing left to share. Nicholas and Calvin. The little boy tugged at Umu's sleeve. Don't worry, Umu. We are not here to ask. We are here to what?
Help.
To give. So she thought they were coming to ask for more stew because she had no more.
Yeah, but she needs help.
But they were there to give her what?
More. A feast.
A feast. The police officer carried in a fresh salad. The mayor entered with a roast chicken. The baker brought a collection of sweet goodies. Even the little boy presented Umu with something special in a shiny red envelope.
Wow.
Calvin, you don't want to miss what's in the envelope, Calvin. Everyone who had knocked on Umu's door that day squeezed inside her tiny apartment, and together they ate, danced, and celebrated. While Umu's big fat pot of red thick stew was empty, her heart was full of happiness and
Kind.
love.
What's inside the envelope?
Ooh, we're gonna find out. The dinner was the best she ever had. And what did the little boy write?
Thank you.
Yes. So he was very grateful. Okay.
Thank you.
So by raising your hand and sitting on your bottom, crisscross applesauce or mermaid style, raise your hand and let's hear some of your thoughts about the book. So remember, I want to see everyone's faces. I don't want to see the back of your head. Right? So I want everyone on their bottom so I can see their faces. Yes, Aiden?
The lady was very grateful to all the people that she gave stew to.
How do you know she was grateful?
Because
What made you think that she was grateful in the book?
some people are really grateful to other people.
What did they do to show her that they were grateful?
They give stuff to other people.
They brought food and they all shared it, right? So you're right. Umu was very grateful and the people were grateful. That's why they came back and they brought some food. Madeline?
The grandma gave the people that wanted food, and then they did the same thing. How she wanted food when she didn't have any food.
Did you guys hear Madeline's thought? So Umu the main character in the story, anytime someone came and asked, "Ooh, what was that delicious smell?" she always offered a bowl of the red stew. But then at the end it finished, so then the whole town that she had fed came together and they brought her a lot of food.
The whole entire town?
The town that she fed, yeah, there was a lot of people. Amelie?
So when Umu gave, I learned that when people give other
Okay.
people stuff, the other people can give things back to you, give other stuff to you. So then, so that means that when you give other people stuff, they give you something in return.
Yeah, so a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, when you give something, a lot of people do return the favor and they give you something, right?
Yeah.
But I want you
If
guys
you
to
went out.
know, and I want you guys to not expect for people to always give you something, okay?
Yeah.
It happens a lot of the times, but it's not always going to happen, okay? That way you guys don't have your feelings hurt. Yes, Olivia?
So the grandma gave them a food, and then they gave her that food. So it's like trading other people's food.
Yes, they were sharing other people's food. They all came together and they all had a feast. What is a feast? Let's see. Yes, Reed?
It's a meal with a lot of
It's when they have a meal. In this case, they had their dinner with a lot of different types of food. Okay,
It's a party.
it looks like a party. I have time for one more friend. Yes, Calvin? You need to use the restroom. Okay, take a buddy. And then go through the back. Okay, Abraham is ready to go. Okay, one more friend. Sarita?
Because your neighbor that gets some of the food, if you don't have normal food, you have to share the food.
That's very nice sometimes. And right now, we're going through hard times. So if you see that someone's hungry and you have some, you could share your food,
Yeah.
right?
If you had two apples, you share one to the other.
That's very kind. If you have 2 apples, you could always give 1 apple.
You don't need 2 apples.
If you're not that hungry and you see someone else that's hungry, yeah, go ahead and share that apple, right? That's being very kind and you're being a good person in your community. Yes? Noah?
A feast is like something like what you like have something on the holiday, like Thanksgiving.
In Thanksgiving, yeah, our dinner in Thanksgiving, a lot of people call it a feast, right? Because we have a lot of different plates and a lot of people come together. Yes, Thanksgiving. So thank you, you guys. I love all the thoughts that we have. We still are going to work on our W later on and our L, okay? So I want you guys, I'm going to dismiss you to your desk in a little bit, but I want you guys to think throughout the day, what do you guys want to know more about, okay? So think about that and then we're going to work on that later. And then we have a fun project that's going to go with this book later on, okay? In communities, what do we see besides people? A lot of what?
Animals!
Houses.
Animals! And like
Nature.
Because some
Nature.
communities feeding birds.
Gardens.
No, not feeding birds. We see
Remember-
buildings.
Guys, I can't hear Naomi because there's too many friends talking, too many side conversations. Remember, we have to be respectful when someone else is talking. What should we be doing? Listening, because then we can't hear each other. Okay, let's let Naomi finish her thought. What was that?
Because we
Madam?
go gardens for community.
We do grow gardens for community.
Because so we could like make food for other people, and we might sell that food to raise more money for the community.
Oh, are you talking like a farmer's market? Like when you grow and you sell whatever you have grown, like the little garden that we have back here?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about what we see in communities, and Naomi said gardens, and that people grow gardens and then they sell them. Remember, we had talked about it earlier. Like Molly had said that a community is a
Oh, like
place where a
anything?
lot of people are, where people help each other.
Oh, like kind, they're talking about kind. And they help other people. Miss, you're talking about kind?
Okay, so I know someone else had said that we see, I think it was Reed, that we see houses. You said we see gardens.
I said we see
Remember?
birds.
Oh, I see a lot of friends talking, but I don't see hands. So I don't know who I'm looking at. Zayden?
We see buildings.
Buildings. Did you guys see that? Buildings. What else can we see? Beckett?
Animals.
Animals. Calvin,
Me.
put your shirt down. Okay,
Fossils.
so on these bags,
Airplanes.
airplanes, on these bags,
And dogs.
yes, they said animals. So you guys said a lot of different things that we see in communities. We see buildings, houses, which is a type of building. We see gardens,
We see people.
animals. So on this
Nature.
bag, in the back side, where you see this little flap, you're gonna write your name somewhere on here. Write it big and dark, okay?
Like black.
That's
Like
good.
Sharpie.
No, whatever crayons we have on our desk, you could also use the markers up here, okay? On the front side, listen, because this part is important. On the front side, and we only have one bag for each friend, okay?
We don't have
So I need you
extra.
guys to be careful, yeah? On the front side, we're gonna draw our own version, which means our own idea of a community.
Like a
So all
rock
the
star.
thoughts that you guys said, like houses, gardens,
Is it this side? Or is it like people?
this side. So going up,
Also people like rock
you could draw yourself if you want.
Or your family.
Families.
We could draw. I would draw my dad and me.
Okay, so you're gonna draw. Think of, hold those ideas in your head, so I can finish saying the instructions. Hold those ideas, okay? So you're gonna draw you can draw yourself, your family, and then draw your version of a community. So you can draw your own type of building or a garden, okay?
Or you draw your sister and your brother.
Yes, you can draw your family. I'm gonna walk around, and then I'm gonna see what you guys are drawing, and then we're gonna write something on the back. And then, Calvin, sit down. And then when we're done, we're gonna display them. Do you guys know what display means?
No. Like somewhere where you can see
Where we could see them, yes.
Do we do it at the other side?
So,
Like in front of an art show.
it's like the little art show. Oh, Becca, I didn't see no hands go up. So just like Reed said, it's like an art show. Next week, we have open house. Okay, so for our open house, we're gonna decorate a little display. We're gonna make our community. So each of these bags, we're gonna put them along one table, and we're gonna make our own community, okay? So our parents can see what we've been learning in social studies.
I thought we were gonna
Okay?
make cars and then make cars.
Yes, madam?
Could we take it home?
No, we're gonna display it here. Yes, Karina? Okay, I'll be right there, okay? So let me have, who's the helper? Ismael, Ben. And then the purple row, go to your desk.
So what did you end up writing? Let me see your
There's a
back.
person helping the community by gardening.
Can I see your sentence? Ooh, and I love how you even put the apostrophe. There's a person helping the community by gardening. That's beautiful. You have your name in the back? Thank you, Reed. Okay, you could go ahead and set it on the table for me and then you can work. Did you finish your I Ready Minutes for math?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can work on your EPIC or the PBS, okay? Okay, Sarita, what do you have so far?
Me and my daddy, we planted a flower, and this is my daddy growing, and this is me, I'm growing too. So I'm 6, and then my dad, I'm 29. So he lives with my grandma.
Okay.
I'm done.
So then you and your daddy help our community by planning? I love that, Sarita. Sarita, do you want me to help you write a sentence or can you write it on your own?
I need help to write sentences.
Okay, go get your pencil. We're going to start writing. I'm going to start with what?
To say the planet.
Okay, so you could, because you want to talk about how you're doing it. So you want to start with what? I?
Yeah,
Okay, so how do we spell I?
like this.
And you did a capital. Good. So I'm do you want to say? I'm
not getting flowers.
You are not or you are?
I'm not getting flowers, not picking them.
Oh, you're not picking them. I like that. So I am. So I see the M, but remember M is a word. What goes in the beginning?
A.
Uh-huh. So you put your A in the before the M, ¿verdad?
That would be Emma.
So you could cross out the A right here.
Where?
Right here. Take it out. And then remember we said before the M.
Oh.
Okay, so you could cross off that A. That's fine. So I am.
Not picking flowers.
Okay, so now we're gonna write right here. Not. Mm.
And O.
You can work on your iPad and look at the board right there. We have Epic, iReading Ready, Unite, or Amplify. If you're done with your iReady Math, are you done with iReady Math? Okay, so pick one of those choices, okay, for reading. Good job, you already wrote it. I am not picking.
Flowers.
Okay, so we're gonna write picking.
B. B. P.
Yes, P. Eh.
E.
The E makes the eh. But we need the eh. Like igloo. I. Okay, the next sound we haven't learned yet, but there's two letters that when you put them together, it makes a k. And those two letters are the CK. So we're gonna put CK together.
C. K. Why?